Hi everybody. This one you might like. Russia masses heavy firepower on Ukraine border. And this time there are lots of witnesses. This is what everybody saw. Trains and military vehicles and everything else. So this is what it says. It says Kurer, Chikova, Russia. Russia's army is massing troops and hundreds of pieces of weaponry, including mobile rocket launchers, tanks, and artillery, at makeshift base near border of Ukraine, says Reuters. Many of the vehicles have number plates and identifying marks removed, while many of the servicemen had to take insignia off their fatigues. And they match the appearance of some of the forces spotted in eastern Ukraine, which Kiev and its western allies allege overt Russian detachment. Basically, this is about 50 kilometers, 30 miles from the border, and offers some or clearest evidence to date what appeared to be concerted Russian military buildup in the area. Russia's defense ministry said it had no immediate comment about the buildup. Several soldiers they had been sent to the base for simple military exercises, suggesting the presence was unconnected to the situation in Ukraine. As by Reuters, if large number of unmarked weaponry and troops without insignia at the border indicated that Russia is planning to invade Ukraine, Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said during a conference call with reporters, I find the wording of your question, if an invasion is being battered, inappropriate to such. In other words, you just came on. I'm not going to say if there's going to be an invasion. And it's an inappropriate question. Go figure, right? Right. So, anyways, weapons being delivered there include Jurgen multiple rocket launchers, tanks, self-propelled howitzers, all weaponry types. They've been used in conflicts in eastern Ukraine between Kiev forces and the separatists. I'm trying to read every other paragraph as much as I can. Over the course of 4 days, starting Saturday, Reuters saw 4 goods trains with military vehicles and troops arriving in rail station in Rostov region of southern Russia, with at least 2 train loads traveling on the road to the base. The road leads to a quiet border crossing, typically only used by local residents on the other side of Ukraine's Luhansk region, which is controlled by separatists and has been seen in intense fighting. Let's see. So, Valentina Melanovska, a human rights campaigner, has said a bunch of things. And she works, I believe it's a she, works closely with families of Russian servicemen, said had information of Rostov region being used as a staging post for troops to Ukraine. She said servicemen heard the commander say they're going to be transferred to Rostov region May 20th and then to Ukraine. They signed papers about non-disclosure of information and about acting voluntarily. Of course, it was an order. How could it be voluntary? They're servicemen. More military hardware basically goes through the Matvev Kurgan railway station on goods trains every day. Train that pulled in on Tuesday was carrying 16 T-72 tanks and a number of military trucks. A local woman who was at the station with a preschool-age girl looked at the tanks and flatbed cars inside and said, "Nothing surprises me anymore." I'm just trying to skip a little bit so it's so big and bulky. Former Russian soldier said last year when he was on active military service that he underwent training at the range and was later sent to the Ukrainian border. Once at the border, he was ordered to fire grad rockets, although he said he could not be certain they were fired into Ukraine. He also said some of the members of the unit crossed into Ukraine. I think I've already talked about this issue. And he says it's a big firing range. We've studied for 2 weeks. We had a quick course. After that, we got the order and went to the border, said the former soldier who did not want to be identified because the operation was not made public. And that goes with non-disclosure. You know what? For all intents and purposes, I won't show this video because I think that this is important if this actually, unless this turns out to be something that nobody really cares about. But I can't help it, folks. It doesn't run, I can't help it.
There's nothing like Gold Peak's homebrew taste. It starts with mountain grown, pure filter, with a balance of sweetness. Gold Peak.
Army is massing troops and hundreds of pieces of raw artillery at a base of the border with Ukraine. Many of the vehicles have plates identifying marks from troops. Many of the servicemen have taken insignias off their fatigues.
That's basically just going to go over what I just said.
Spotted in East Ukraine, which Kiev and its Western allies to avert Russian detachments.
Yep, it's basically everything. I'm not going to do that. So, again, thank you very much.